there, it's Amanda from Fun Hands-On Learning, and today I'm going to walk you through a typical reading lesson. In fact, I'm going to walk you through the lesson that we did today, and the reason I'm doing this is because I get asked all the time, how do you teach a lesson? Or what are the steps or methods that you use to teach a lesson? So maybe this video will give you some ideas and you can implement some of this when you're planning your lessons for your students. Okay, so the two things to remember that I always do is that the first thing I do is instruct, and then the second part is the application. So I give the instruction, that's the teaching, and then the second part of the lesson is the application where the kids do the activities. So today, for example, my 4-year-old, we were practicing vowels. So basically I held up the vowels for him using these flashcard sticks, and he said, E says in elephant. E says I says it in igloo. I says it. You get the idea. Okay, so that was my instruction to him was, okay, today we're going to do the vowels. Let's say them all together. And so it's a memory practice for him, but it's my instruction to him is these are the vowels and you're going to say the sounds. So we did that. That's the very first thing I did. And then with my older son, he is kindergarten. We have been doing the long vowels. These are the long vowel flashcard sticks, some of them from the long vowel unit of my Phonics for Reading program. And what I did with him is first I gave, again, instruction. So I said, we're going to review the long vowel patterns. So I said, okay, what are the long vowel patterns for A? And I wrote them on the board and then we reviewed them. There's A-I, A-Y, and A consonant E, right? So we reviewed them. Remember, 2 vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. We reviewed our rules, okay? So, and then we did E. What are the long vowel patterns for E? There's E-E, there's E-A. When 2 vowels go walking, the first one does the talking, and so on. So we went through all 5 of the vowels and we talked about the patterns. And I'm using this board here just to kind of show you. I have a bigger board that we wrote them on, but this is how we did it. So I wrote out the pattern. So first was my instruction. Okay, the second part of it was I held up the flashcard sticks and I said, okay, now this is tie. What vowel is in tie? He said I, and what would be the pattern? I-E. And he could use what we wrote on the board to help him if he needed to look back and try to figure out what the pattern would be. So this is day. What was the pattern? Or what vowel do you hear in day? He would say A, and then I would say, what's the pattern? He would say A-Y, and so on, okay? Another thing you can do if you want to make it a little bit more interactive is you can have them actually write down the patterns, or you can have them use magnetic letters to make the patterns and so on like that. But yeah, so we reviewed, so my instruction was to teach him the patterns, the long vowel patterns, and then we reviewed them with the flashcard sticks. The next part is the application for the students to apply what we learned at the beginning of a lesson to what they do. And so for my younger one, he had to do these fluency strips. These ones are the short vowel fluency strips. And you can see he did this page today. And you can see how he loves to use that dry erase marker. But so we went through box, 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 dot, dot, and so on. So we went through this fluency strip today. And then my older son did the long vowel one. So you can see this one that he did today. And so we just do one fluency strip a day because they have to do it 3 times. But obviously you could do more than that if time allows for you. So we did that. The next application thing that we did is we did these cards today. And I decided to do something totally different with these cards. Okay, so these are clip cards. And my younger son did this set. These are finding the vowel. And so what I did today, instead of using clips or manipulatives like we usually do, you can see what my son did. We were using these. These are, what are they called? They're called highlighter tape or something like that, where the tape comes on and off. So I gave him some pieces and then he was putting them on the answer like that, and we can just take them right off. It's actually, it was really fun. It was the first time we ever did it like this. And he had a blast sticking the tape on there. So yeah, we can just take them off and use them again and again. Yeah, I believe this is called, I've had this tape for like the longest time. Oh, it's book tape, I think, highlighter tape. Like you can use it to highlight words and things when the kids are reading. I love it. And you can see the ones I got are like the bright colors. I got them in a pack, I think off Amazon years ago. I've had them laying around. We've used them for a few things, but not much. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna pull those out and see if they enjoy it. And they had a blast. And then I'll show you the ones that my older son did. So he applied what he learned to these, and then my other son applied what he learned to this set of cards. These are my filling in the missing word card set. And so he had to read the sentence, and then he decided to use the blue tape, and he was just putting a little piece of tape over the answer. So isn't that cool? And then the next way we applied what we learned is they both had to do readers. So my younger son did the short I reader today. These are from my Phonics for Reading program. And so I, of course, did this. I says it in pig. I says it. And then he had to repeat it with me. And then down here, I just reminded him of the rule. When a word has only one vowel and it comes between two consonants, it usually says the short sound. And then we read them. So he would read the word, bib, and then I would read the sentence, because obviously he can't read the sentence yet. But there are sentences on each page so that it's using the word in a sentence and they can hear it in context. So the child sounds out the word, and then the entire book reads the sentence. And then when we got to the end, the last page has all of the words that we read in the book, and then he had to go back and reread them all again. And then the same thing with my older one. My older son did this story. This story is from Unit 3, I believe. Yes, Unit 3 of my Phonics for Reading program. By the way, those of you who own my program, Unit 4 is coming soon. I just have a few more things to finish on it, and it will be ready. So I'm excited to add it. But anyways, so yeah, we read this one. So that is how he applied his knowledge today, is through reading this story. And then again, his had the words on the back for him to repeat. Okay, and then the very last thing we did for our reading lesson today to apply our knowledge were these. These are the fill it in cards. No, not fill it in cards. I can't even remember what I call everything. Yeah, I think they are called that. But anyways, these are from my Phonics for Reading program. These are from, this set here is from the long vowel unit, and this set here is from the short vowel unit. So my younger son did the short vowels, and my older son did the long vowels. So this was just helping my son remember those long vowel patterns that we practiced when I was doing the instruction at the very beginning of the lesson. And that was it. That was our reading lesson for today. So I did the instruction. My older son did instruction on long vowels. My younger son did instruction on short vowels. And then we went to town on the activities so that they could apply what they were learning. And that was it. That is how I do, that's a basic lesson. That's how I do it. I don't do a million activities every day, but you saw we did a few. We did the cards, we did the Fluency Strips, and we did these. And then we also read a story. I do like to read a story every single day. So we read a story, and then that is how they applied what they learned. So that was a typical reading lesson for us. Oh, and then the last thing, I forgot. I did pull these out. We didn't do any worksheets or anything like that today, but I did pull these out. These are just Phonics evaluation strips. I did the one that I wanted to do with my older son, but I didn't have time to do the other one with my younger son. This is the one I pulled out for him, so we'll probably do it just another day. It's no big deal if I don't get to something. But these Phonics strips are also part of my Phonics for Reading program. And so, yeah, I hope that was helpful for you and not too confusing. And we will see you next time, guys. Bye.